Let's jump to the war here, and today we've got a saving and disaster battle playing as Reichland, where we've got Elspeth von Draken with a mixed army, but mostly missile units, going up against the Barrow Legion, where they are bringing nearly 4 full stacks against us here. The map is not particularly good, because it's rough terrain, so it's going to be really difficult to get these guys into a blob to bomb them with the Hellstorm rocket batteries, and it's only going to take a couple of them to get in here to totally demolish the missile line. Now, the guy who sent in the email provided absolutely no context whatsoever. It's basically a blank email. It just has a save file. Nothing wrong with that, but it definitely helps make these situations a little bit more interesting if you can provide some context. Just want to change one banner over from Elspeth over to Felix, and let's jump in here and see what we can do. So, in this sort of situation here, the best thing that we can do is identify strengths and weaknesses of both our army and their army. See, this is something that a lot of players just don't do at all. And it's the most important way if you want to deliver a great victory upon the enemy, especially one that will provide you a good strategic benefit as well, because there's no point winning this battle and our army being 90% destroyed, only for us to have to go back and retrain everyone, because they'll recover way quicker because they've got loads of trash. That's why there's a certain degree of quality to vampire account trash spamming. Anyway, so if we were to set up in a standard sort of position, let's just say, take this position here, I'm just going to set up a basic one. You know, the sort of thing that most people would do in this sort of situation, right? It's not going to be perfect, but just to give an idea. And then you put your heroes around like this to try to defend the missile units. Now, in Warhammer 3, the AI is better programmed at dealing with these situations because we did it so much in Warhammer 2, and they're sort of aware of it, right? You're only going to be able to hold back so many units. The AI is no longer programmed to just swarm around your front line like this. And so what's probably going to happen here is that they'll go super wide. They'll have units coming in from here and here. And they'll eventually find some way to get at the artillery. We'll dish out loads of damage to them for sure, but their low quality stuff actually makes it kind of a problem. Because if we take out like 1,000 zombies with our artillery, well, that's not really worth very much. And then these guys here, when they go into melee, they're absolutely awful. Now, after that's done, you've still got your single entities here, and they're fighting in a way that's actually not best for them. So, identifying strengths and weaknesses, let's talk about that. The weakness of the enemy forces is that they're actually really bad against single entities. They've got a few strong single entities, for sure, but for the most part, their entire army composition, really bad at dealing with them. If we were only dealing with one army of vampire accounts, this would be fine because the whole point of it would be kill the enemy army before they get to you. But there's just so many here that we can't possibly army loss them before we get to that point, and we'll run out of ammunition, and then we'll take massive casualties. So instead of having these guys here fighting wide, why don't we fight tight? Okay, because single entities fight so much better standing side by side to each other. They really do. And the reason for this is because you're creating less space in between the single entities. See, if you're out in the open like this, and they're surrounded by infantry, and then let's just say a vampire lord on a mount comes in and starts dueling them, these guys here, they have a targeting issue where they're sometimes going to hit the skeleton unit, and they're sometimes going to hit the lord. The lord will kill this guy really quickly, but if we stand side by side here, it's literally the opposite situation where the lord will come in, and then we'll just like insta-kill him. Really, really quick, especially when we've got Gotrek and Felix here. These guys act as like protection for him. Now, it does seem to be a fairly low-level army because we don't have any of the battle prayers, which would have been really helpful. Now, of course, that leaves this here very vulnerable. But Legend, what are you going to do about your missile units? Well, here's the thing. We could sit back and shoot at them for a little bit if we really wanted to, but I'm pretty confident in this battle. Like, I'm very confident in what I'm going to do here. So I'm actually just going to withdraw them at the start. What? What's he thinking? Yeah, so I'm just going to withdraw all these units at the very beginning, because I know what I'm doing here. So we got, instead of 4 full stacks coming at us against 1 full stack, it's 4 full stacks going up against half a stack. So we're outnumbered 8-1 now instead of 4-1. But I'm actually not concerned. Because the AI, like I said, there's only a few units that can really do anything here. And because they've got loads of trash, what's the best way to get rid of trash? Magic. Now, if they're going super wide, I can't really use my magic very well against them. Now, if they only have 1 point in the entire battle where they could possibly attack, they're going to swarm all of their infantry in one location, meaning that our spells are going to do shitloads more damage than our missile units ever could. So I just need to make sure that the wizards are mostly protected. See, I'd leave them up in the air. Well, this one here can't fly, but this one can. I'd put it up in the air, but they do have some flying guys. Okay, let's spin Elspeth around. I want to get the attention of one of these lords that's flying, so I can bring him over here to die really quickly to sort of prove my point. Now, another thing that I'm sure some people will say is, but Legend, you just withdrew a ton of your forces. Aren't you going to get the army losses soon? Only if I sustain a decent amount of damage very quickly, but because we've got some heal magic, we shouldn't have that problem. It will mean that we'll probably need to kill off more than 78% of their forces, but more than 78% of their balance of power is tied up in absolute trash, and now their trash has nothing to do. If the AI wants to win in this situation, they need to keep their infantry back. But they don't understand that. The AI is not programmed to hold anything back. Again, identifying the strengths and weaknesses of your opponents. But Legend, that's abusing the AI. You should let them. I don't know. Basically, what I've provided here is a situation that the AI can't handle, and that's more important than providing a strong army, and that's something that I think a lot of people just don't understand. So I want to get his attention, bring him in early, so he's chasing after Elspeth at the moment, but I might just charge in there for a moment to really aggro him, because sometimes they can back off. Okay, I did a little bit of damage on the charge there, not very much, and he healed it nearly instantly. Okay, I might have to also put down some control groups. Okay, then land Elspeth here. Okay, good. Now get Gottrick, Felix, and Theodore Bruckner to attack him. Don't worry about these ones. And now we'll take him out much quicker. See? Super easy. Okay. Elspeth, you can... Yeah, we can be up in the sky now. Alright, so you guys go and fight over here. Fight side by side. Alright, these cavalry here are not a huge concern. Don't worry about them right now. The wizard shouldn't be in melee, actually. Too much. Let's keep that one up in the air. We've got these Kettle's Call for the bats that show up. See how they're starting to blob up now? Now, if we had a long line of missile units, they would be going super wide. The AI doesn't know what to do in this situation. Okay, Krell's incoming. He's a bit of a concern. We've also got shitloads of Winds of Magic. Huge strength through our army. This also slows down the pace of the battle, allowing us to generate enough Winds of Magic. So you just stay back. Look how much damage we're taking. We're getting smashed here. But at the same time, we're also not doing out much damage. Now, another thing is that I chose this position specifically because they're going to have some pathfinding issues coming around here. That's going to make it really good for Burning Head. And Felix here will be able to provide flaming weakness on some of them. Okay, so there's Krell. I need Gottrick in on that. Maybe. Actually, Theodore, you should stay back because that guy's anti-large. I'm sure some people will say, why not use Burning Head now? Maybe I should. So I only get 3 of them, and even though we haven't got the fire weakness on these guys right now, I think that would be pretty good. Okay, try to make sure we stay close together. Got to constantly reissue orders. Get them close. Alright, now they're starting to really blob up. Oh, should I overcast this? 25% miscast chance. For one extra Winds of Magic, I think that's worth it. Just wait. Just wait. Okay, we've also got the Coruscating Blast, but let's just wait. Okay, the Coruscating Blast on the Unholy Lodestone should be good, because it's very good against large single entities. Did that not work? There we go. Oh, what the hell happened there? You didn't even... Okay. I think, yeah, Theodore's getting bloody smashed by Krell. Get him out of there. Alright, let's do this here now. I actually find Theodore Bruckner to be really bloody shit sometimes. Yeah, Krell's going after him specifically. God, I need these two here going after Krell. Get Theodore out of there. I just don't want him fighting Krell, because he's got a type disadvantage there. But he's anti-infantry. Krell's also not really worth much balance of power, so kind of a bad target. Okay, here we go. That is a nice looking blob there. It's okay. He's only terrified, he'll recover. And now, we would never have been able to get a blast like this off if we had taken a standard formation. Never would have worked. Unfortunately, it didn't really go the right direction that I wanted it to. It's okay. Yeah, Krell's a problem. We need to keep focusing on him. Alright, ready for our last one of these. And if we have a look here, Theodore's done 66,000 damage because of this. That would have never done this much damage in this situation if we left our missile units on the battlefield. This is why I withdrew them. Come on. Take out Krell. Fight together. Yeah, this is what happened. Alright, this will be back soon. Could send Elspeth in for a little bit. But I'm wary about losing too much balance of power and getting army lost. And she's obviously worth quite a bit. That's why we've got to make sure we stay in reasonably good shape. Okay. For like the entire battle. Or at least until we've taken out a large portion of their forces. Okay, do another one of that. So that's only 8 Winds of Magic. And they never would have gotten into a massive blob if we had left our missile units on. Once again, didn't really go the direction I wanted it to. But we still end up doing shitloads of damage. Alright, we've almost taken out Krell. Keep you out of it. And we're still in pretty good shape, but we've got to keep in mind that we can only regenerate so much. Damn Krell. I can actually click you. How much damage did you end up doing? Fair bit. Okay. Cool. Alright, Heinrich Kemmler down there looking pretty isolated. Let's go kill him. What are you doing over there? Over here. Come on, get up. Alright, so, yep, getting loads more kills in there. Very nice. Get in there. Hold them back. Keep them away from this one. A little bit concerned that these ones might redirect to go and fight him. Yeah. To go and fight Elspeth, that is. And I won't be able to get back up if they do. Okay, get away. A little bit of a concern there. But Krell's gone now, so I don't have to worry about him. Let's get another heal up in there. There's nothing in here that we really need to worry about. Don't want to be using Spirit Leech on him. It's not a really good use of Winds of Magic. Go again. And see how all of their trash now counts for nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sometimes your army is actually stronger with fewer units. It's just the way it is. Okay, some decent units starting to come in. Still 2 more lords to arrive. Oh no, not you. Okay, this one here has almost reached its regen limit. Yeah, I really can't go after Heinrich Kemmler unless he's completely isolated. Not that big of a deal. It's probably just doing heal spells or anything like that. You also can't be casting Winds of Death or anything because you just can't do anything except for heal. That's it. But when this guy's getting a bit low on health, I could always withdraw from the battlefield. I now feel like I've done enough damage to them where I could lose a little bit more balance of power and not get army lost. But we're okay. I mean, there's nothing particularly dangerous fighting here. We've got plenty of Winds of Magic still in reserve. I think I'll just do a regular one there, just because there's not that many of them here at the moment. We've got to wait for more reinforcements to arrive. Oh, and that one goes the right way. Great. The one that's not overcasted. 2,500 kills on Elspeth. Like I said, this would never have happened if we had set up wide. Good legend, it's playing vampire music, you're losing. So I got these abilities here, but if I just go and pop it over here, they're just going to heal. Alright, I guess we could pop it down on the Crypt Horrors, because they're like a minor concern, and they're not going to heal quickly. Alright, at least that cost was pretty good. That's good. I've also got this. So if you're wondering why am I not using this, saving it for the Fellbats. Alright, let's send Elspeth in to help out here. Felix is also providing a fair bit of regen as well. Let's get another heal on this guy. Kotrick needs to try to focus on the large units, that's what he's good at. Tasty morsels. Let's go sort some of them out. Because we've got plenty of Winds of Magic. Don't think I'll overcast it because it just extends the duration of the Purple Sun, which usually ends up being wasted unless they're in a massive blob. Or unless it goes the right way, which it usually doesn't. Even for just one extra Winds of Magic, it's probably just not worth it. Felix, you get back in there. Because yeah, if you have a look here, it doesn't increase the damage, it just increases the time. Yeah. No point having extra time of it just killing grass. Although, that one actually did kind of go the right way. Maybe I should have, in hindsight, overcasted it. Oh well. Whatever decision you make, it'll always be the wrong one. Okay, another Lord or two should be on the battlefield now. Now, another thing about this kind of victory is that... Okay, let's get this guy off the battlefield so that he's not completely wrecked at the start of the next turn. Is that your army's going to be in good shape. You have won this battle. No casualties. A little bit of damage on this guy, though. Let's try to get him out of there. Alright, I'm just going to cast a regular one in there, just so to clear out some of this trash so that we can get him out. Okay, Gotrek is nearly fully healed, so he can't heal any further. Alright, you know what? I actually won't withdraw you from the battlefield. I will hide you. Just run over this way. Because I do need to preserve our balance of power as much as possible in order to inflict the army losses. Okay, there's the fell bats. Let's go send the Beast Wizard to go and help. This guy here is also his regen cap. That's loud. And it looks like they're going to lose against the Fellbats. Okay, so that was kind of shit. What the hell? Okay. Alright, well... Okay. Alright, we'll need to cast another one of these because Hex Wraith's in there. A little bit of damage. They're not too focused on our guys over here anyway, so... Well, that was pretty useless. Alright, some more lords just hanging around each other over there. Yeah, see, this is what happens if you spread your units out. They spread theirs. I'm going to have to bring him back over here. We don't want them going wide. We want them to pull around here. Still got heaps of Winds of Magic, though. Okay. Also, if we regular cast this, the cooldown on the spell is way faster, so I can cast it more often. And since we're not short on winds, this shouldn't be a problem. Let's bring it back in over here. Man, look at those corpses. Shitloads of them. Get in there. I could heal Brockner a little bit. And... okay, Heinrich Kemmler is looking fairly isolated there. Let's go get him. Another one of these in. Don't think it's worth overcasting, just another single cast will be fine. Usually I like to use this because it gives you a lot of regen if you're a bit damaged, but not really that badly damaged. Okay, now we're really chunking him down. Would have been good to take him out earlier, but this is fine. There we go. I'd prefer this guy here to be in reserve, but stay close by because that way it's going to bring their forces back over here. It's kind of weird when we cast the Purple Son of Xerius, all the other sound effects kind of go quiet. I've also got the most useless item in the game, the Crown of Command. No reason why we can't use this. There's also the Curse of Anri here, but I just figured that it'd be better to dish out damage. Although we got loads of wins, so I don't think we need to worry. In hindsight, maybe I should have used Curse of Anri here against Krell, because that would have really debuffed him. Alright, so now they're going to start crumbling a little bit faster. thought it was another lord. Okay. Don't think this is going to do a whole lot because it'll just heal really quickly. But it's better than nothing. Don't know if it's a great idea to land there, but since they're all necromancers, they might just try to avoid us. Most of their trash is gone now. Try to focus on just one of them at a time to deny them as much regen as possible. So maybe some flaming attacks on her would have been useful, but I haven't had her in the fight most of the battle. And there's the army losses. Cool. And as you can see here, we got totally fucked up in this battle. But legend, you used exploits. Withdrawing your army, half of your army, it's cheese. Don't you think you should fight them to their advantage, not yours? And the, you know, dozen other dumb things that people say. Yeah, Pyrrhic victory, despite we took 0 casualties. Because we withdrew half of our army at the start, and that counts towards it. Now, don't get me wrong as well. What I just did in this battle will not work in every single situation, but you've got to be able to identify when it can and can't work. And the reason why it worked here is because they didn't have enough like single entity killers to really damage these guys. I knew that that was our strength. We had the single entity advantage, but they had the advantage of crap units, which would have made our ammunition not really all that valuable in the first place, even if we had shot at them. Now, quite a lot of them did survive, but that would have happened one way or another. So since we took no casualties, you can take some money. At least Heinrich Kemmler is wounded. And you weren't even sitting in friendly territory, so you weren't going to get any replenishment over the end turn. So I've now put you in a great position so that you can actually assault Marienburg. Unless, of course, you've put away the Nemesis Crown recently. That would give you replenishment.
Greetings.
Lovely.
You are not welcome.
I don't know if that's what you want. What's the situation of... I mean, that army looks like it's going to get attacked on this turn here. See, they always do diplomacy at the beginning of their turn. I mean, what were you thinking putting this guy here? This guy's going to die. Because they got 2 armies. They're going to move over here and kill you. Is that what you're trying to do? Fuck, man, I don't know. It's like, this seems ridiculously stupid, but maybe there's some thought behind it. We can save his life by piecing out with them now. But that just means you'll have to deal with them later. I don't know what he wants to do with this situation, because, like I said, it's not my campaign. It definitely looks like we should try to save this guy. I just don't know what he's trying to do with it. I think maybe... I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe he'll be angry at me for doing that. I don't know. Alright, that's not winnable. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense what he was thinking there. So at least Dryker's out of the way for now for you. Because, yeah, your campaign's going pretty well. But you got a few threats on the board. Hopefully that wasn't the first defeat of the campaign. Let me just check. Definitely wasn't. But yeah, now... Yeah, got no replenishment over that turn. But now you're in a great position here. We could probably easily auto-resolve attack this here. Easy. Right, attack this one here first. Easy auto-resolve should be. Yep. Boink. Cool, no casualties. See, even the auto-resolve... Actually, no, it didn't do that because it actually took that damage. And that would have been fine to not withdraw all these units in this situation because you would have killed them before they got close to you. But if they bring enough units, then missile armies can completely collapse in that situation.
They consume our supplies. Get rid of them.
cool. No casualties. And then, I'm assuming you want Marienburg, so there you go. And there we go. Okay, so then we unlocked Ulrika. I'm assuming you want her. There you go. And there you go to Ulrika. Alright, cool. I think we've sorted this situation out enough. It definitely wasn't a disaster situation, just that disaster battle. But yeah, the main thing to take away from this situation here is understanding the strengths and weaknesses of your army is just as important as understanding the strengths and weaknesses of the enemy army. Too often, people just throw units in their army without thought of what weaknesses they're actually creating in certain situations. And sometimes actually disbanding or removing units from your army actually makes your army stronger because you're removing weaknesses from them. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.